Okay then guys, welcome to another episode of the Collector's Manual brought to you by Foreign Depository. So the first one I kind of decided that I was going to turn it into a series based on sort of tips for buying moving forward, because people were giving a lot of video game recommendations, but I think there's ways in which you can go about trying to pick those up as well. So Retro Rebound is another channel that I think is really good. They're giving you like full guides on the kind of things you should do, and he used to do them every year as well, like starting a PS3 collection in 2026, or why you should buy the PS3 2026, and so on and so forth. So today I've got another stack, but it's kind of just more for examples. There are loads more examples that I have not here but in the UK in my backup collection. So yes, let's go through a handful of these. You guys will get the point very, very quickly of what I'm trying to say here. So today's sort of tip is to focus heavily on collections. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm also sort of really trying to focus and nail on having a small collection that has many games within that collection. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's start with something like this. Metal Gear Solid, the HD collection. This is, very easily a game that is like PS2 HD ports that were brought over with trophy support, and Peace Walker as well from the PSP. That's 3 games, 1 disc. The HD collection, this is obviously the American copy. In Europe, PAL region, it was the Classics HD. Now, of course, the Classic HD, because they're a subset, they're becoming more expensive as a result. So something like this, it's like the Sly Cooper collections or the Jak and Daxter collections. You can actually pick those up, the American copies, especially if you're in the UK, you can pick those up at much better prices, because the Classics HD are also a subset. So people are trying to collect all the Classic HDs, which is quite a difficult thing to do, especially considering like Killzone Classic HD is like £100 or so. But yes, the HD collections, there are many of them. Prince of Persia, Splinter Cell, I think that's the main one I want that I don't have, is the Splinter Cell collection. Oh, and the Ratchet and Clank collection as well. And the Killzone collection, and the God of War collection. In fact, I don't have many of them. I've probably got like 6 to pick up that I really want, and then the other ones like Tomb Raider, Prince of Persia, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry, here apparently the Japanese version works in English, so I'm probably just going to pick up a cheap Japanese copy to be able to play that as well. So HD collections, they are a perfect place to start for anybody who is interested in getting into building up a PlayStation collection and having multiple games on one disc. This one's a little bit more niche, I guess. Not too niche, I'm going to put that one back. But this one is Borderlands Triple Pack. This is fantastic because on here is not just the 3 games, Borderlands, Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel, but all the DLC all on disc, which is insane. So Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel are software that you download then onto the hard drive of the PlayStation 3, and then you have all the DLC for those. But then Borderlands is software on disc. That's not really making much sense, is it? The game that's actually on the disc is Borderlands, and then the other 2 are software downloads that you can just download straight to the console hard drive. So you get 3 Borderlands games with all the DLC in one. And in here, this is the gameplay disc, and then this one is all of the add-ons, the add-on installation disc. So you pop this installation disc in, that brings up all of the DLC for you to install, and then you can go through and install them one at a time. So, and then this one is the disc you put in to bring the 2 games up, or the 3 games up. And yeah, it's a fantastic pack. I actually think this is one that's really worth getting. Look, Borderlands has been brought out. They had the Handsome collection on the PlayStation 4, so this has been brought out a multitude of times. But I will say, playing this on PlayStation 3 with an upgraded SSD, so much fun. The Borderlands games are so much fun. It's just such a good looter shooter, just banging the disc in, and or not banging the disc in, I guess. But yeah, banging the disc in and just getting to it with that really really worth the price. I paid £20 for that. Really, really worth it. And that's the thing, you save as well on instead of buying each game individually, but you might be able to get them all individually for cheap to start with. And then if you want to there's not much room on my shelf or in my collection, then opt for these triple packs. This one came in today, just got this in. Sniper Ghost Warrior double pack. This one is pretty pricey. I managed to snag it for £20 on eBay. Crazy deal, but I will say the condition, the manual is water damaged, heavily water damaged. But I wasn't expecting it to be water damaged. I thought it was just a little ripped. It's completely water damaged, so wasn't very impressed by that. And I've case swapped this into a temporary case, but it did have the middle tray. You get Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 and Sniper Ghost Warrior, both in one delicious double pack. And I have become a big fan of these games. I played Sniper Ghost Warrior Elite Contracts or whatever that one was that was on the PS4, and then I didn't get around to playing the number 2, but I really enjoyed and platinumed the first one, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts. That was a really good game, so I have a feeling that I'm going to really enjoy getting into these Sniper Ghost Warrior games. I'm a big fan of the stealth genre, or the stealth sniper sort of genre. So yeah, and Hitman and stuff, I'm really looking forward to getting into that and getting that collection. That's another collection I really want to get my hands on. This one, okay, so we've done double packs, triple packs, and collections. The next one it looks like it's going to rain. The next one I'm going to move on to, let me just make it a little bit brighter. So the next one I'm going to move on to is another let me do this first. Another triple pack. So here in Japan we have the Assassin's Creed Ezio Saga and the Assassin's Creed Connors Saga. These are basically the equivalent of, not quite, sorry, but this is the equivalent of the Ezio trilogy that came out. This is the American copy, the Ezio trilogy. I believe it is called something different in the UK, isn't it? Or is... I think they're both the Ezio trilogy, and then what would be the Birth of the New World saga is called the Americas saga. The American version is called the Americas saga. But yes, but this is interesting thing to get your hands on. This one here is factory sealed, but this one is interesting to get your hands on if you're in Japan, because this is how you're able to get Assassin's Creed Lady Liberty instead of Liberations. It's called Lady Liberty HD. So that's just a cool little novel thing there. But yes, I've finally found the full art version of the Assassin's Creed Ezio Saga. This is really difficult to find. They sold it separately, best at Ubisoft, the best version. It's got this big yellow. I'm just not into it. The same. But finally found the full art for this. So I have the two sagas here, but of course they are just the Japanese versions of this. So my personal recommendation is that you actually go and get the Assassin's Creed Heritage Collection. I have a copy of that back in the UK, that's why I have not purchased it here. That is 5 games in one case on one disc. So this one is Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations on one disc, but the Heritage Collection is Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Assassin's Creed 3 all on one disc. Granted, there's no DLC with those, so that's something you have to think about, but the base games themselves were fantastic. You don't necessarily need to get the Game of the Year editions, but you can rip them to your hard drive and then just have the Heritage Collection as a backup if you wanted to. But yes, love this. And I found this one factory sealed here as well, but I unsealed it because I wanted to play it. So big collections, 5 games, 1 disc. That's what the Blu-ray disc was like. I think, don't quote me on this, the jargon I'm going to spiel might make sense, might not make sense, I might be kind of making it up, but I believe because of the dual layers in a Blu-ray disc, because of the dual layers in a Blu-ray disc, you were able to store more data onto it. So it's like the reason why LA Noire is 4 discs on Xbox 360, but is only on 1 disc on the PlayStation 3. For me, it's those kind of little things that make a PS3 a much better system for longevity, for game collection, for preservation. I just think it's and I've always been PlayStation 3. I was never, everybody else I knew was Xbox, but yeah, I was kind of one of those standalone people that had the PS3 at the time, and I'm happy I did. I'm happy I stuck with it. So yes, so that kind of allows then 5 games on 1 disc. Granted, they're all software, I think, but still to be able to store those on there. And I love the way you can kind of do that. You can just pop the disc in and then install everything straight to the hard drive, which is excellent. So games like that are fantastic. Heritage Collection, 5 games, 1 disc. You've got the triple packs, HD collections, which are mostly ports from PlayStation 2 eras. So those are things I want you to focus on, but there are other little things as well to pay attention to. This one is pretty cool. This is BioShock Infinite. This is an Asian English copy, but if you see there at the bottom, it says includes the original BioShock. So on this disc, when you put the disc in, obviously on the disc itself is BioShock Infinite, but then there is a software that you can download to your hard drive, and that is BioShock the original game. So you get 2 games for 1 here, and the Ultimate Rapture edition of BioShock and BioShock 2, that's something for you to consider, and it's probably something I want to get as a backup. I kind of want to have the BioShock Ultimate Rapture edition and then BioShock Infinite with this available. There are other games that are like this as well. There are Medal of Honor. I've got to get my hands on a copy of Medal of Honor. I just want, I could do with somebody in the comments kind of telling me if the Medal of Honor has Medal of Honor Frontline HD on it, but I need a confirmation from somebody in there because I'm trying to get my hands on it so that I can find that out. But yeah, Medal of Honor has Medal of Honor Frontline HD on there, which is great. Again, that's like 2 games for 1, a PS2 port and a PlayStation 3 game. And then the other one that I want is, cannot think about it right now, but there are also some movie bundles as well. There's ones like Top Gun. I believe there's like Top Gun the game, and then you get the DVD inside of there. It's like a combo. It's an American copy, and they got Days of Thunder and NASCAR thing combo as well. I think there's a few of those that you can get out there. So yeah, I try and build my collection based on collections, if that makes sense. So there are obviously individual games that I will have to buy, like LA Noire is fantastic, individual games, not packaged with anything, but there are lots of bundles I'm trying to get my hands on because I want a small but mighty collection. I don't want to have loads of Billy bookcases with 1,000+ games on there. I would rather have a nice steady 100 cases that fit, or 50 cases that fit on a shelf, and then in those 50 cases are the equivalent of 200+ games. Fantastic use of space in my opinion. So that is something for you to think about, for you to focus on. Think about buying these collections, triple packs, double packs. There are lots of different variations of them out there. 2 other good ones that I have are the Ultimate Action triple pack and the Ultimate Stealth triple pack. Ultimate Stealth features Thief, which is a game I really enjoy, Hitman Absolution, and Deus Ex, which I've never played before, but 3 really cool games from Square Enix. And then the other 3, these are both Square Enix triple packs. The other 3 are Lara Croft, Sleeping Dogs, and Just Cause 2, which is, fantastic. 6 games in 2 discs. Absolutely phenomenal. So I would love to do another video that kind of like showcases all of the stuff that I have, but I don't have it all here with me. It's split up in different places. So yeah, that's everything. Welcome to the new people that have subscribed recently. Doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers here on the channel for the Metal Gear collection. You might have seen the first episode. I've done 7 episodes over on TikTok. I'm going to bring all of those episodes over to this YouTube channel as well. We're doing a giveaway over on TikTok and on here for that Metal Gear series. So it's going to be Japanese, but it's going to be with English language support because that's just how I roll. Or There's going to be something quite rare that you can't get your hands on here in Japan, that's Metal Gear related for that series. So we've got a giveaway going on with those, but that's not going to happen until we get to 1,000 subscribers. Keep your eyes out on this. If you have any other suggestions, any other combo packs or double packs or triple packs, Ubisoft did a bunch of double packs. Like, I think like they got a Ghost Recon double pack. There's some other ones like Assassin's Creed double packs if you want to get those instead of getting but you know, collect how you want to collect, but consider trying to get stuff that covers a few bases all at the same time. So that's everything, isn't it? That's this episode of the Collector's Manual. I hope you guys found it useful. If there's anything you wish to talk about, let me know in the comments below. I'm very active. I will respond to the comments. Appreciate the love that you've shown on the previous video as well. And we're going to do more of these. So I think the next one is going to be Japanese games you should pick up, because I think there's a lot of people coming here and not utilizing the opportunity that they get when they go into a book off or they go somewhere, because everything looks like it's in Japanese with no English support. So yeah, I'm going to bring a little list for you. And there is a list out there, but it's incomplete. It's not everything. I've discovered some stuff recently that's got English support, which is fantastic. So I will compile a full list of that together, but we'll talk about that on a different day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's been all from Foreign Depository. I've been your host, Pace Lees. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.